The Nahatlatch Valley, home of the Nahatlatch Fire Lookout. 1 month ago, it burned to the ground in a wildfire. This popular four-wheel drive wreck site was maintained by volunteers and loved by our local 4x4 community. The Four-Wheel Drive Association of BC has been given permission to enter the evacuation zone, assess the site, and recover what's left. And I'm going with them. My name is Sean, and this is the story till now.
Look at the result of fire, the shocking destruction of a valuable resource. Had it been detected and reported when small and attacked on the spot, this waste and destruction could have been avoided. The worst enemy of the forest is fire. Fire caused by lightning, smokers, campers, by railroads and industrial operations. The forest is British Columbia's major resource, and the province's great stands of timber are under the watch and care of the lookout man.
"65 years of history, gone in a flash." On Thursday, the Koopiki Creek fire tore through the historic Nahatlatch Lookout Tower.
So we've been waiting for a couple of weeks for the opportunity to go and check out the fire lookout site and just kind of see what's left, if anything can be salvaged, assess the site, and obviously film up there. So unfortunately it's been in, an active fire evacuation zone, so we haven't been allowed to go, but we got a call yesterday that we have permission to go and assess the site. So I'm up early this morning to meet up with Kim and Matt, and we're going to head up there. The main item we'd like to recover from the site is the original firefinder tool, which would be almost impossible to replace for the tower rebuild. We're going in expecting the site to be in pretty bad shape. All right, we've just arrived at the Nahatlatch Valley. We're heading up and into the mountains up here where the tower is. Down here, so far, there's not a whole lot of fire damage, which is cool. But as we get further into the valley, obviously that's going to change, especially when we start heading up to the tower.
Well, the goal for today, we're going to survey the situation. We already know that the tower is burnt. Hopefully, there's some metal bits in there, particularly the fire gauge. I'm hoping to retrieve that. They're pretty rare now, hard to come by.
The lookout man must know his job. He must have the proper tools and know how to use them. The firefinder, radio, binoculars, colored glasses, and his eyesight must be good. The Forest Service firefinder is precise. The instrument is well made and gives accurate readings on fire location.
Other than that, maybe some of the steel bits we can salvage and reuse, so we have a little bit of continuity from the old tower to the new tower. Maybe some hardware off the old doors, because that was off the original tower as well, so you never know. See what we can find.
About 2/3 up where that ridge flattens out, right where the tower is.
Every time we turn the corner on this road, we see the metal roof shining in the distance, kind of real beacon. Welcome back.
See, the fire came right down to here. Driving through the charred forest, one can't help but notice the irony that the very thing that this lookout was built to defend against is what took it out. The history of fire lookouts in BC goes back to at least the 1950s. It's an extremely fascinating part of our past.
We can now follow our lookout man in action on sighting a smoke. He must operate the firefinder, locate the position of the fire, and report it to the dispatcher at the ranger's office. He swings the sighting gear until almost in line with the fire. He levels the bubble on the arm and checks that the vertical scale pointer is at 0. He sights the crosshairs at the base of the smoke, which lines the sighting gear with the fire. He reads the bearing on the azimuth ring and notes it. He plots the position on the lookout photo. He locates the same point on the map and with a ruler measures the distance. He then radios the information to the ranger station.
XLZ-86, Lake Cowichan, this is XMQ49 log lookout.
XLZ-86 back. Go ahead.
I have a smoke for you, bearing 270 degrees, 30 minutes, vertical angle minus 2 degrees, distance 6 miles, on the Henderson property, over.
Bearing 270 degrees, 30 minutes, vertical angle minus 2 degrees, distance 6 miles. Confirm and over.
Roger, roger. It's beginning to send up black smoke. Not moving yet, but looks as though it might.
Pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's unreal. Like 3 trees all together, and one in the middle that was just kind of like burnt inside.
Yeah.
And the top was gone. And you get some that the top's still green.
Yeah.
Not here, but I saw some back there.
This is worse than I had expected.
Well, I mean, drove through Elephant Hill right after that
Yeah.
happened, and that's pretty much what I expected.
Yeah, so in there is a road closed sign. And there's a road down there. I never saw that road before.
Interesting.
So what are we, 2.5 weeks out from the fire now?
Yeah.
There's some green in the woods popping up.
Wow. Road closed. I don't remember ever seeing this road before either. It must have been
either.
completely overgrown, right?
Yeah, this lower road here was always overgrown. I've seen it.
The amount of devastation on this trail is crazy. It doesn't even look like the same place anymore.
For a trail that used to be fairly narrow and overgrown, all the green burning away has exposed the original width of the road.
Look at a bit of smoke on the left here too.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's crazy.
Do I need to get out my saw?
I'm not sure I'm gonna fit under this one.
I should have a bit of speed. The truck's pretty tough, it'll knock it down.
Isn't that truck the destroyer?
Loads of room to spare.
It's crazy how different it looks here now, eh?
Yeah, that's the thing with the fires. It sure gives you a different view of everything. Still got a bit of smoke.
As we gained elevation, it seemed to only get worse. This was a massive wildfire.
So I was driving along and I noticed this old metal bucket on the road. There's all these old cans. This one says root beer on it. Definitely very old. But it looks like there's a whole bunch of them on the hillside here. And they came down in the fire.
They're wanting like $15-20 for them.
It's a tobacco tin?
Yeah. It's a Players.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess this was the garbage pile, eh?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Getting supplies to a lookout usually requires special arrangements. These must be practical and made with the ranger staff before manning the lookout. An initial month's supply of staples should be maintained and supplemented every week or two with fresh food. Living and working space is limited. To be efficient, the lookout must be neat and tidy. And after checking, supplies should be carefully stored.
Probably didn't have any easy way to haul anything out.
Well, no, it was common practice in the old days just to, throw your garbage, which was mainly tin. Everything was in tins.
So we're looking down here at Highway 1. You can see where the fire hopped across and burned all up here. So we're just about to head up the last switchback here where the tower site is, so a little bit further and then see what we can see up there.
It is likely that this area will be closed for the foreseeable future. This may be our only chance to get up here this year, or even the next few years.
It's there. Here.
Wow. Awesome.
Expect that.
No.
Seeing this place like this, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. I think because you could feel that it would come back. The trees will regrow, the tower will be rebuilt, people will come here again. We searched through the rubble and the melted glass for pieces to salvage. And we found what was left of the fire finder.
Cast a load of aluminium.
This is probably
just a bit.
Oh, it's melted all the way here.
That's pretty crazy.
Well, it is heavy. I don't think the pan's any good anymore.
Seen better days.
There's a pot.
Well, you can see there's not a whole lot left of the tower. Roofing, all the glass is melted. The cool thing, in the middle of the tower where they would look to see where the fires are, melted down. Looks like it was made out of aluminum, cast aluminum. Didn't make it. There's nothing really left. You can see it was bolted to this and it's just gone.
So I think this is beyond repair. Oh, it's amazing. Some of the mosquito netting survived. These probably built the first one, and it just stayed in the underneath.
It's a mess. I don't know. It'll be a lot of work, but a lot of people ready to help, so hopefully go pretty smoothly. A few people with trucks up here to clean all this, take all this away.
Yeah.
To re-dig out the outhouse, I think.
Yeah, I don't think that one's going to be good anymore.
No. I looked in there. It's full up anyway, so.
Yeah.
This is what you call the hot seat.
Pretty weird because the last time, I guess in 2012 in the summer when we came up, it was kind of a similar scene except for the lack of fire. It was just a pile of tallow over here. Big fire.
Penny?
Made in Canada.
Well, pass on the luck. There's a penny.
You know it's old.
That is so cool. Government of BC. Fork.
Whatever happens next, we're always going to have our memories of this place.
Typically after a fire has gone through an area, there will be erosion issues, there could be slope stability issues, there could be road stability issues, and it's possible that slumping and these things will take place. So we'll have to go through a period of time likely where we won't be able to build right away. I'm hoping next year, but that's just a hope. I don't know when that will be. If the fires in the Thompson Okanagan from a couple of years ago are any indication, it could be 2 years. But again, every area is different. The slopes are different and the vegetation is different. But we'll find that over a bit of time. But I'm hoping we can get after it next year, but if not, then we'll tackle it when we are allowed and able to.
I hope that 10 years from now, it looks like this again. I hope the history of fire lookout towers in British Columbia will continue, and we're able to save as many of these historic places as we can.
Someone always seems to know when the kettle's on. There's a brew of tea going. Well, why not? Anyone who's come this far to enjoy the view also appreciates a cup of a lookout man's brew.